My name is Preston and I'm the founding artistic director of Triad Stage. I went to North Carolina Schoolyards from 1988 to 1992. My discipline was acting. I was born in Virginia, but soon after that my parents moved to Boone, North Carolina, and I spent my entire childhood there. While I was growing up, I was shy. I think a lot of people who are actors are shy. We find a way to express ourselves by playing other characters. One of the things that really was a turning point to make me be in theater was a production of Hedda Gabler I saw at the Barter Theater. I was very young, probably too young to see Hedda Gabler, but the moment when she goes upstage and starts playing the piano and then shoots herself, I'm like, oh wow, it's amazing. You can do that on stage. I want to do that too. I want to shock people that way. I learned about the Schoolyards because I played cello in junior high school, and my cello teacher was a Schoolyards graduate. At the time, I thought I might want to be a cellist, but I realized quickly that I had more talent as an actor. I thought the Schoolyards was going to be a kind of a wonderful, wild, crazy place. Fame was really popular at the time, and I was convinced it was going to be exactly like that. What I didn't realize was that it was going to be a place where we worked all the time, and that it wasn't all fun, but it was really about craft. When I go to the Schoolyards now and I look at the campus, I don't even recognize it. It's so different than what it was when I was there. I think in some ways it felt like a little island in the middle of the rest of Winston-Salem. It was very easy to get caught up in that island and not even notice that the rest of the city was there. But I loved getting to know the city of Winston-Salem, particularly the downtown area. Now it's so thrilling for me to have a second artistic home right downtown Winston-Salem. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I hadn't had the experiences at the Schoolyards. It shaped me. It made me into an artist. It gave me an artistic voice. It gave me a craft, but it also molded me to be a community citizen and to be a leader. I was so nurtured by wonderful teachers. I think about Yuri Belov, who taught me that making choices is essential to be an artist. And also fortunate to have the wonderful Leslie Hunt, who I think was there almost from the very beginning of the school. And she was such an inspiration to me. And I was terrified of her. If I could say anything to those teachers right now, I would say thank you. And I would say that I get it. I know why you taught. To teach us to take what they knew, what they'd learned from their teachers, and to charge us with handing it to the next generation as well. That's essential. I'm so aware. I had an acting teacher who studied with Stanislavski, and so I'm connected by one person from the great Konstantin Stanislavski. I'm so aware of being part of that tradition. When I first graduated from school, I went to New York to be an actor. I was a little frustrated with the way agents saw me. They didn't quite see me as brilliantly as I saw myself. And so I took the opportunity to study with Gerald Friedman at Great Lakes Theater Festival to be his assistant for a year. It inspired me to be a director, and I made some friendships that have lasted now 20 years. I have done very little acting since I left the school. I loved acting. It was great. But I felt that by directing, I was bringing more of myself to the work. I was able to really author a production. I also probably am a little bit of a control freak and bossy, and it just makes sense to be a director. Since I decided to be a director, I've directed over 70 plays. About 17 years ago, my business partner and I decided to open a regional theater, and Greensboro won out in that search. So we decided to create Triad Stage. Since then, we've expanded, and we now have a second artistic home here in Winston-Salem. Here at the Haynes Brands, I don't have an office, but sometimes I want to be alone, I want to be quiet, I want to find a place of inspiration. So this corner of the Haynes Brand Theater has kind of become my place to come, to be alone, and to think and to dream. And I learned that I was actually sitting in furniture that came from Phil Haynes' office. As a North Carolinian, as someone who loves the School of the Arts and knows the history of the School of the Arts, I'm really thrilled to know that his office furniture is now my sort of inspiration furniture. It's kind of amazing to think that I became an artist here in Winston-Salem, and I'm now making art here for my living. My advice to young actors is to remember this is a business, but at the same time, this is a craft and this is an art. Never neglect the fact that you are an artist, that you have a vision. It's not just the paycheck, it's also the passion. I love stories and I love plays because I think that theater has such an amazing ability to make us think about things in a new way, to question things, to debate with each other, to really inspire us to examine our lives.